Okay, I lied. I'm gonna bore you with it. Stepper bracket almost complete. This is for the Z-axis. Made it out of plastic. So now this is the aluminum. I gotta put it in the mill and shave this part off to make it flat with this. But that's it. Other than that, she's done. Another step out of the way. Well, kind of a kick in the pants, but I only got one ball screw. The other one's on back order. So I'm gonna make do with what I got. Now, the original plan had to be modified due to stuff not fitting. Even though I went through and double and triple checked, well, you know the old saying. So, this is what it was gonna be. Basically, this plate, and then we were going to drive this connected to this, but unfortunately, I wasn't planning on using the mounts because I made a pretty rigid mount for the motor. My plan was to have the motor absorb some of the tension. And after messing around with it, I realized that's just not going to work. So I've got to use this mount. So I'm still going to use the original design. In other words, this mount here is still going to be used. It's just going to be a little lower, and there's going to be a spacer block just like this one up here. So, you know, not the end of the world, just not what I was planning. The other issue is this space here coming up and attaching to this. Now, I thought about leaving this like the threads on the inside, but the thickness of this is only about 1/4 of an inch. And I could do a 1/4 inch plate straight up with a spacer attached to this. And I wanted it a bit more heavy duty than that. So this was the design that I came up with. I'll make it out of steel. Seems like it fits good. There shouldn't be too much force on this. So having a ball screw on each side with 2 of these made out of steel should work just fine. I'm a little leery on the height because, you know, you do start to get leverage. But, you know, this whole thing has been pretty heavy duty. So I'm guessing it should be fine. Anyway, that's where I'm at now. I'm going to mount this ball screw. I'm going to attach it to the frame. And then I'm going to fabricate this monstrosity here. Alrighty. Alright, we've had a little bit of a change in plan. Now, this bracket I had to make. I know I said I'm not going to make anything out of plastic, and I'm not going to keep it on the machine. I'm going to have to figure out how to make this out of steel or aluminum. And then I'm thinking this might be a good casting video. My first casting aluminum video. But we'll see what happens. In any case, I only got one ball screw in so far. But I've got it, I'm just about in position. And as you could tell, it looks like everything works good. no play, which I like. Unfortunately, again, this is plastic, and I don't like that. So I'm going to work on figuring out what to do about that. But it's moving, which, you know, finally we've got the Y-axis done. There will be some modifications, but nothing too extreme. I have to mount these now. I'm going to start mounting these. I'm going to drill and tap for that. And then I'm going to try to mount for the motor again. Like I said in another video, I've got to make a spacer, just like this one. Well, two. I got to make one for each side. So, yeah. But we're getting there, slow but sure. I got some more stuff in from Amazon. I got the e-stop switches, aircraft connectors, the limit switches, and some cable chain. I've 3D printed some of this, and it's just taking so darn long to 3D print. It's not even funny. So I ended up biting the bullet and just buying it. I mean, I know I'm probably going to have to do a bit of both 3D printing and buying, so I'm not too worried about it. But this will be for, you know, making sure the wires are protected. I'm going to try to keep it as heavy duty and professional as I can. I only want to build this thing once. Once is enough. This is what I'm making for the connectors, so I can connect the stepper motors. So basically I'm going to run the wires to here, shrink tube everything, make it all look neat, and then everything will stay connected nice and tight, nice and neat, and I'll run all the wires through some kind of a wire loom. That way, hopefully nothing gets pinched or burnt, since, you know, again, this is going to be a plasma table. There's going to be sparks and whatnot flying everywhere. All right, we got the ball screw mounted up. We're doing good. Looking good. You can tell it moves nice and smooth. No issues. It's not binding up, which is nice.